Hello friends, hey, I want you to grab yourself a cup of coffee and enjoy this next little video on exploring the trails of Idaho. What we're going to do in these next series of videos is I'm going to talk about small towns, ghost towns, and towns that really aren't even there anymore here in Idaho, but they'd be a great road trip in your Jeep, maybe a regular car. But let's start right now.
Welcome to Chesterfield, a town frozen in time, nestled in the Gem Valley of Caribou County, Idaho. Its story begins not with a grand design, but with the spontaneous spirit of Mormon pioneers in 1881. Unlike the grid-patterned towns common for the era, Chesterfield grew organically. The arrival of the Union Pacific Railroad nearby provided an early economic boom, as settlers sold timber to fuel its construction. By 1884, the community was officially recognized with the establishment of the LDS Chesterfield Ward, home to 24 families. The town thrived on agriculture and community. By the turn of the century, nearly 420 people called Chesterfield home. The population peaked around 1920 with just under 700 residents. Life revolved around the stone meeting house and the amusement hall, centers for social and spiritual life. However, the prosperity was not to last. The agricultural depressions of the 1920s began a slow exodus. By 1941, the school had closed its doors, and most of the original buildings were deserted, while a few resilient souls remained for decades. The last residents left in the 1970s, leaving Chesterfield to the whispers of the past. So, is it a ghost town? Yes, in the sense that it is no longer an active, populated town. But its story is far from over. Today, Chesterfield is a designated historic site, listed on the National Register of Historic Places. A dedicated foundation works to preserve and restore its 27 original structures, offering a rare glimpse into Idaho's pioneer history. Located 11 miles north of Bend, between Lava Hut Springs and Soda Springs, you can reach this historic site by taking Highway 30 through RAThbun. It stands as a silent testament to the dreams, hardships, and enduring legacy of its founders. Have you ever heard of a town that blinked in and out of existence for over 100 years? Today, we re-journeying deep into the Salmon River Mountains of Idaho to uncover the story of a place called Cobalt. Nestled in Lynch County, about 40 kilometers or 25 miles west of the town of Salmon. This isn't your typical ghost town with dusty saloons and forgotten homes. Cobalt's story is tied directly to a precious metal that powers our modern world. The tale begins way back in 1893, with the discovery of what is now known as the Idaho Cobalt Belt. This geological treasure trove put the area on the map. For a time, the mine here was the United States' only primary source of cobalt, a critical component in everything from jet engines to the batteries in our smartphones and electric cars. Alongside cobalt, the miners also pulled significant amounts of copper and gold from the rugged earth. But the history of cobalt is a real mining operations were sporadic, starting and stopping from the late 1800s all the way up until about 1960. It was a classic boom and bust cycle, dictated by global demand and the price of metals. For decades, the site lay dormant, a quiet testament to a bygone era. Then, something incredible happened. As the world clamored for more cobalt for the green energy transition, the mine roared back to life. In October of 2022, after years of preparation, the Jerovois Global Mine at Cobalt officially reopened. It was a massive moment, promising a new era of American mineral independence. However, the global market is a fickle beast. Just 5 months after its grand reopening, in March 2023, the company announced they were halting construction and putting the mine on standby. The reason? A dramatic plunge in cobalt prices made it financially unviable to continue. So, what is Cobalt, Idaho today? Is it a ghost town? Not exactly. It was never really a residential town in the traditional sense, but more of a dedicated industrial mining site. Today, it sits in a state of suspended animation, fully built and ready to go, waiting for the market to turn once again. Getting to Cobalt is an adventure in itself. You travel west from the town of Salmon, heading deep into the vast, beautiful, and imposing Idaho wilderness. The journey takes you through the Samanshali National Forest, a landscape of towering peaks and dense woods. It's a remote place, a reminder of the incredible effort it takes to extract these essential resources from the earth. The site itself isn't a tourist destination, it's a high-security industrial facility. But its story is a fascinating snapshot of global economics, geology, and the relentless pursuit of the materials that build our future. It's a modern boom on the vast story, written in the mountains of Idaho, a place waiting for its next chapter. Deep within the vast expanse of the Idaho Panhandle National Forests, nestled along the rushing waters of Boulder Creek, lies a story whispered by the wind. It's the tale of a town that burst into existence, fueled by dreams of gold, and then vanished, leaving behind little more than a ghost of its former glory. This is the story of the Comeback Mining Camp. Our journey begins back in 1881. The mountains of Idaho were a magnet for fortune seekers. Mineral prospectors, with gold pans in hand and hope in their hearts, were the first to explore these rugged landscapes. They scoured the creeks and hills, searching for the telltale glint of precious metals. For decades, the area saw sporadic activity, but it was just a prelude to the boom that was yet to come. The stage was set, waiting for a catalyst, a personality big enough to turn a small prospect into a sprawling enterprise. That catalyst arrived in the form of one John M. Schnatterly. If the gold rush had a rock star, it was him. Schnatterly wasn't just a miner. He was a master promoter, a showman with an uncanny ability to sell a dream. He arrived in the region with grand visions, quickly forming the Idaho Gold and Radium Mining Company. The name itself was a stroke of marketing genius, hinting at not just gold, but the then mysterious and highly valuable radium. He painted pictures of untold wealth, of a mountain so rich it would make everyone a millionaire. People listened. And more importantly, Tay believed. The company would later morph into the Idaho Gold and Ruby Mining Company. But Schnatterly's charisma remained the constant, driving force, attracting investors and workers from all over the country. He promised a comeback for all who had ever faced hardship, and they flocked to his call. And for a time, the promise held true. By the 1920s, the Comeback Mining Camp was a bustling, vibrant town carved out of the wilderness. It wasn't just a collection of tents, it was a community. 35 log cabins lined the newly built streets, alongside 2 large bunkhouses to accommodate the influx of workers. A sprawling company headquarters, a well-equipped cookhouse, and even a power plant sprang up, turning the quiet forest into a hive of activity. At its peak, 150 souls called this remote camp home. They worked hard in the mines by day and shared stories and dreams by the fire at night. For a fleeting moment, the comeback was a real, thriving piece of the American frontier, a testament to Schnatterly's vision and the miners' grit. But like so many boom towns, the prosperity was fragile. The gold veins, once thought to be endless, began to thin. The cost of extracting the ore from the hard rock of the mountainside became too high. The promises that had once seemed so certain started to ring hollow. The Great Depression cast a long shadow, and the once glowing dream began to fade. One by one, the miners packed their bags and moved on, seeking their fortunes elsewhere. The cabins emptied, the machinery fell silent, and the vibrant hum of the town was replaced by the quiet rustle of the forest. Over the years, nature began its slow, relentless process of reclaiming the land. What nature didn't take, vandals did, stripping the abandoned buildings of anything valuable, erasing the physical history of the people who had lived and worked there. Today, if you were to venture to the site of the Comeback Mining Camp, you'd be hard-pressed to find it. It has become a true ghost town, a ghost in the most literal sense. Very little physical evidence remains of the once bustling community. A few scattered foundation stones, a piece of rusted metal half buried in the earth, the faint outline of an old road. These are the only clues to the drama that once unfolded here. The forest has swallowed the town whole. The story of the Comeback Mining Camp is a classic tale of the American West. It's a story of ambition, of boom and bust, of dreams chased and fortunes lost. It serves as a powerful reminder of how quickly human endeavors can rise and fall, and how nature ultimately holds the final claim. The comeback may have vanished from the map, but its story lives on, a haunting echo in the heart of the Idaho wilderness.
I hope you liked the video, guys. If you subscribe to my channel by clicking the little button here, you're going to be notified of upcoming videos. We have lots to look at, all kinds of content from this channel. Subscribing it will help us greatly.